This is a quick iMovie tutorial, just what you would need to get a little bit more fancy pants with your editing of your yoga videos. Now, iMovie is available on any Mac computer. And so if you have an iMac or a MacBook or a MacBook Air, you can use this software. There's also iMovie available on your iPhone, which I think it's either $3.99 or it's free. I can't remember, but either way, it's worth it. So just know that iMovie is a little bit more extensive on a computer. So if you want to get a little more fancy, like I'm going to show you with a couple of things, then let's get to it. So here I'm going to create a new project, new iMovie. And I already have some media in here, but this is what comes up first. So, I got to drag and drop video clips and photos from the browser to start my movie. Well, I don't have any yet. So I can go in and click this arrow button, or this one, either one, up or down, arrow button, and search for any files that I have or photos, files for photos or audio. And here's the videos I was working on. I actually have already imported them. So I could click one or two. You can highlight over two if you hit the shift key. And I'm going to import both of those, but I'm not going to because I already did that actually. So they show up in your media folders. And I'm just going to go to my iMovie media because that's where I was. And this is where I put a lot of my videos from the past. So these are the ones that I'm working on. So this one is a 39-minute or close to 39-minute video. Close to 39-minute video. I'm going to take this little plus symbol and add it to down low. So this is my entire video. And when I click on it,
inhale, shift on the toes forward. Exhale, chaturanga.
Great, it looks awesome. But it's got
shift on the toes forward.
But it's got a little bit before that I want to trim. So it's me from the camera and then moving. So I go here. I can either drag the beginning in to cut it, or I can click where I want to cut it, hit the control key or right click and split the clip and then delete this section. So either way, I just undid that because I'm just going to drag it in. And same with the very end. So this over here will allow you to see all of it in one. And then when you widen it, it gets wider, so you're able to pinpoint things a little bit more. So if I go to the end of this clip, way at the end, 40 minutes is kind of big, and I want to trim the end from right here.
MSUM Wellness Center schedules available.
And I always check it right there. All right, good. That was perfect. So now I've trimmed the beginning and the end, and I can go ahead and save this and it's just fine, but I want to do a little bit more with it. So if you are, and you can notice there's these yellow thingamajigs.
Bend that right knee.
So it might mean that it's a little bit loud, but I'm just going to keep it as it is because it's actually not too loud. It doesn't sound too loud because it's pretty consistent. So what I want to do is add a title page or a little like, hey, this is Yoga with Ashley. So I'm going to see where I want to do that.
MSUM, and I started my yoga journey.
It was actually right in the beginning here.
Yoga practice. My name is.
So if I widen that out a bit and go, all right.
Welcome to today's yoga practice.
So that's where I want to add, just right here is I want to add a little bit of a title page, or it can be an intro. So if I split the clip into two, I can now add my picture. And my picture was today's yoga practice. It's going to go right there. I can drag it or hit the plus button, and it's power yoga for college students. And it does this weird, the image does this weird like zoom in thing, so I don't want that. So I'm going to click on the image, go up to crop, and then fit. Instead of Ken Burns is when it like zooms in or out between the two areas. I don't want it to do that. I can also hit crop to fill to crop it a little bit more, but I'm just going to fit and hit the check button. So now after my intro, it says, welcome to this class, and it goes in like pop, but it's still a little bit harsh. So I am going to I am going to add a transition, just a nice little in and out transition. I like cross dissolve, but I'm going to do circle open and out. Circle open, circle close. I'm going to make that 3 seconds long, maybe a little bit less. So now watch it.
Practice.
Power yoga for college students. And then it circles out.
Ashley, and
Perfect. I like that. And then because I like this little sound effect that iMovie and Apple provides, I'm going to go to audio up at the top. And I like this bell transition. Listen to it. I think it's the cutest. It's a little bring. So I'm going to drag that or add that. I drag it down to right here. And I'll drag it down, and also I just want it a little bit quieter. So if I click up at this volume control, that specific one I want to be a little bit less. So now watch. If I click here, awesome. That's what I want.
My name is Ashley, and I'm actually a graduate of...
There we go. And I'm standing at first, so I'm going to go through, and I want to zoom in on places where we can get a little bit closer. So I'm talking here and introducing the practice. So I actually want to zoom in to my face. So here, I'm going to cut it, trim it right here, split the clip. Click on that and crop. I'm going to crop to fill, so I can drag these corners over. And I'm just going to center it to where my face was, so it brings me in a little bit closer. Check. So now when I'm talking, so it starts here, welcome to class, and then I talk, it's me a little bit closer up until this point when we start our practice. So then I have me folded forward, and I'm going to keep it this full height right now. I might go through because I stand fairly quickly, and we do a lot of standing type stuff. So I'm just going to go through that, and I could watch this if I wanted to. I could make more crops and edits, and if I wanted to cut, I would just split the clip and then crop a certain section of it. For example, if I wanted to crop it right here, I would split the clip here. Where'd it go? And then up until, undo that. So I gotta click on it, split the clip right here, split until, let's go until down dog. And I could go in and crop it. Again, crop to fill. Let's go all the way down. Right there. So now when I watch it, it goes from
Those shoulders are
up high
over the wrists.
to a close crop
Toes
in.
are down, heels lifted.
And I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to go through all of that, but I could go piece by piece and transition by transition, crop and uncrop and make it closer. But I want to look through and just make sure that everything is good to go. Looks awesome. And then I ended, and I could even have a call to action page. Maybe I want to go back and add another photo. Make sure to watch my next video, Yoga for College Students. Boom. 101. If I did a call to action, or I could add another video clip. If I import something, I could add, I could add so many things. You can add more audios. And if you're doing a voiceover, what you do, so if you didn't do your voice in this, you highlight your entire clip, so you wouldn't have cropped it. You highlight the clip and go up to edit at the top. Oh, just kidding. You go up to modify at the top. And at the top, you can mute audio. So modify is at the top, which you can't see right now, but if you go up to modify and you mute the audio, it takes off all the audio. If I wanted to do a voiceover, I would click where I want to start, and this red button here, I hit yes. Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm talking into my microphone as a voiceover right now. You're not going to actually see my lips syncing up, but this is how I'm going to talk, and I'm going to do voiceover. So that's how it's going to go. And then now you've got the separate audio here attached. You could do the same thing if you had an external audio source. So if you were to use a lavalier microphone on an old iPod or your phone and you're taking your video with something else, you would have to import your audio clip like you would a video and attach the two. So the audio would look something like this, and you would put it into your movie right here or wherever it is, and you want to make sure that it matches up.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
That's my hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And it's a little loud, so I might come up here and take that volume control and make it lower, just so it's not quite as loud. See, with there's the red is like overbearingly loud, and then the yellow is a little bit loud, not too bad. So this might be okay.
Into my microphone as a voiceover right now.
So I'm going to delete that. I'm not actually going to do any of that. So I'll redo this a little bit later, but it's just a way to cut things, crop things, add pictures. You can do other little things. You can add text like titles. Let's add a title right here. I'm going to add a title to the bottom. If I drag in the title, let's just put it right there. I'm going to make it longer by just dragging it out. And the title can say Yoga with Ashley. And maybe you just want to put the title over the entire thing. So you would drag this, or you can even click on it, double click or control click to have access to editing somewhere. Just drag it. Yoga with Ashley. That's just going to be across the whole thing if I wanted that. Oops. Or you can put your website, who knows. And so that will show up the entire time. I'm not sure what I did there, but it's sort of just the highlight portion. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to delete that actually. So you can add titles, you can add kind of like subtitles, but it's not adding captions of what you're saying. You can do that in different ways. I'm not going to get into that, not in iMovie at least. Audio, titles, backgrounds. Don't use backgrounds much. Transitions I use only for like that beginning intro section, and maybe at the end I'll fade to black because that's sort of a nice way just to end. At the very end here, fade to black. Or it goes to, or you could fade into an image or a photo, or something that call to action where you're going to take your people next. So it shouldn't be tons and tons of editing. Really, I just like to add, when I do a video, to add some sort of little intro, and it doesn't have to be a picture of yourself in teaching. It can be a different picture. It could just be like a white screen that says, maybe it's a logo and it says Yoga with Ashley, and something that you use all the time. So it doesn't have to be the screenshot. This is actually the thumbnail that I'm going to use when I upload this video. I'm just using that as an example. And I cropped an image, and so you knew how to crop it. Going up here, you can adjust the volume settings, or even have, you can even automatically adjust the way that the video shows up with colors. So if you hit this little auto adjust and focus, mine's pretty good right now, so it's not too bad. You can make your video brighter or darker or more contrast. Stabilization doesn't matter for mine because the video wasn't shaky, because I had it stuck someplace. And there's a lot of other controls you can try to do if you want to do a fast forward. Watch this. I did a fast forward bunny rabbit thing. So if you have no sound, you just want to show an example of your flow and really fast forward. And that was super fast. So it was just this clip. How about we fast forward? That's just I actually do this sometimes. Fast forward. I'm going to go times 20 because it's super fast. And go. And then I'm just showing you an example of my class. in fast motion. And that's a different way to advertise. Maybe if you wanted to do your practice yourself and just film you and then show what you do or the kind of movements you do, the fast forward clips are kind of fun. Of course, no one can practice along with you, but it's just another option to do. So I want iMovie to be not scary for you. Just know that you import your clips of audio, pictures, and then you can drag them into this timeline. Use this to find the exact points you want to edit. You can add other audio over the top, whether that's music, or just be careful with licensing, of course. It has to be royalty-free music. You can add music in the background. You can add a voiceover. You can add your separate audio clip or even your little chime transitions like mine. You can add images and transitions. So that's that. And then you would go to export here at the top. You can go file, export, or share. I usually save the file, but you can go straight to YouTube or straight to Facebook, straight to Vimeo. So you just log in. If I want to do it to YouTube, I would then log into my YouTube and share this. But I'm already logged in, so I'm not going to publish that. It's not ready. And you can see how big it is. The files are pretty big when you export to iMovie. I even have this in small, not large. So if I go to large, it's 1.46 gigabytes. If I go to HDG, it's almost 3 gigabytes. And it's pretty big file. So these will take a while to export or to save because they're large files. So having an external hard drive is nice, or uploading directly to the internet or to like a YouTube instead of having to first save it and then re-upload it. So the saving and uploading is going to take a while. Check your internet speed, make sure that you're able to do that, and you might just have to wait like a few hours for it to upload. For example, I've got a video uploading right now that's taking quite a while. My internet speed at home was really good though, but I'm not at home. So if you're out and about using like coffee shop internet, then it might take even longer. And just know that your uploading might be something that you do overnight rather than while you're working. All right, thank you for watching this short little thing. Hopefully this was short enough and explained enough on using iMovie to edit your yoga videos.